What is grammar? Farhan, make a sentence using the word big.
Big house my is.
Wrong.
My house is big.
Good. So we have to follow certain rules when we make and use sentences. If we do not follow these set rules, then the sentence will not make sense.
What are these rules called, teacher?
The set of rules that determine how words are arranged in a sentence in any language is called grammar. Definition: the set of rules that govern a language is called grammar. It determines the way words fit together to make complete sentences. Punctuation is also an important part of grammar. Let us look at some rules of grammar. A sentence is a group of words that make complete sense. Example: my house is big. A sentence has a subject and a predicate. Example: my house is subject and is big is predicate. A singular subject needs a singular predicate. Example: my house is singular, so use of verb is in predicate is big. There are 8 parts of speech that appear in a particular structure in a sentence. These are nouns, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Example: my adjective, house noun, is verb, big adjective. The first letter of each sentence must be capitalized. Example: M in my, the first letter of the sentence. One punctuation mark is essential in a sentence, that is full stop, question mark, or exclamation mark used at the end of a sentence. Example: full stop at the end. The capital letter alphabets. Varun, will you write the English alphabets for the class?
A.
These are the lowercase or small alphabets. Yasmin, write down the uppercase or capital alphabets.
A, B, C, D, W, X, Y, Z.
Good. So there are 26 alphabets in English, and mostly we use small alphabets for writing. We use the capital alphabets at particular places. Their usage is governed by certain set of rules. Definition: alphabets are a set of letters that have a certain fixed order and are used to write and express a language. They represent the basic sounds of a language. English has 26 alphabets, which can be written in both lower and uppercase. Small letters are used more in writing, while the capital letters are used at specific places according to set rules. Let us look where capital letters are used in English. Pronoun I. This is what I want to do. The first letter of any sentence. He is a strong boy. She is stronger than him. Proper nouns. Tarun, Allahabad. Days of week. Monday. Months. March. Countries, cities. India, New Delhi. Nationalities: Indian. Languages: English. Streets: Mahatma Gandhi Road. Buildings and monuments: Empire State Building, Taj Mahal. Rivers: Mississippi. Religions: Buddhism, festivals, Christmas, companies, Microsoft, abbreviations. Nouns.
I'm so happy today. I really wanted to visit the zoo. Thanks, Mother and Father, for this visit to the zoo.
I want to see the lion.
Lions scare me. I want to see cute little rabbits. I want to feed peanuts and bananas to the monkey.
You don't have permission to do that in a zoo.
Can we take pictures?
Yes, we can.
In the conversation, the family use names for person, animal, place, thing, or idea. The words zoo, mother, father, lion, rabbits, peanuts, bananas, monkeys, permission, pictures are examples of nouns. Definition. Nouns are words that refer to a person, animal, place, object, or concept. Let us look at a few sentences. Swati cooks very tasty food. The dog is barking loudly. We respect his honesty. In the first sentence, Swati and food are nouns as they denote a person and a thing respectively. In the second sentence, dog is noun as it is the name of an animal. In the third sentence, honesty is noun as it denotes a quality. Here is a list of some nouns. Person, uncle, friend, brother, animal, deer, snake, beer, place, town, playground, colony, object, bottle, chair, camera, concept, bravery, excellence, happiness. Common nouns. Isn't it too hot these days?
Yes, it is, all due to global warming. We are destroying our own planet. We need to do something about this global warming. I know, we need to write to the government. We can also write to a newspaper to create awareness. We can also involve a few more friends. Yes, we can begin with using our air conditioners less and motivating our friends to do so too. In the meantime, we can have ice cream to beat the heat.
The girls speak about many general things and concept in their conversation. The words planet, government, newspaper, friends, air conditioners, ice cream are examples of common nouns. Definition. A noun that is not specific but denotes any general person, animal, place or thing is known as common noun. Let us look at a few sentences. She has a dog for a pet. My cousin gifted me a book. I watched a movie yesterday. In the first sentence, dog and pet are common nouns as they refer to a general class. In the next sentence, cousin and book are common nouns as they do not refer to any specific person or thing. In the third sentence, movie is collective noun as it does not speak of any particular movie. Here is a list of some common nouns. Person, brother, teacher, sister, mother. Animal, fish, lion, cat, elephant. Thing, television, furniture, pencil, watch. Proper nouns.
Isn't the market too crowded today, Himani? Yes, it is. Let us have lunch at Ritz Restaurant after shopping. The restaurant remains closed on Tuesday. It is very hot. Let us have a Pepsi. Yes, that will be refreshing. I wish we were in a hill station like Nainital. Just what I was thinking. I hate the month of June.
In the conversation, The friends have used proper nouns referring to a particular place, person, brand, month, and day of the week. All these proper nouns have been capitalized. The words Himani, Ritz, Tuesday, Pepsi, Nainital, June are examples of proper nouns. Definition: any noun that is the name of a specific person, place, animal, or thing is known as proper noun. A proper noun always begins with a capital letter. Let us look at a few sentences. Rajat is going to Mumbai. My dog Jerry likes to eat pedigree pet food. Taj Mahal is a symbol of love. In the first sentence, Rajat and Mumbai are proper nouns as they are specific names of a person and place respectively. In the next sentence, Jerry and pedigree are proper nouns as these refer to the name of a particular dog and a particular brand of dog food. In the third sentence, Taj Mahal is proper noun as it is name of a specific monument. Here is a list of some proper nouns: person, Amar, David, Rubina. Places: Kanpur, New York, India. Brand names: Coke, Quality Walls, Peter England. Days or months: Tuesday, February, December. Singular nouns.
I went to the library today. Which book did you read there? I was looking for a particular book but could not find it, so the librarian gave me a catalogue. Were you able to find the book easily in the catalogue? No, I was searching in the wrong section. I did not know that it was an autobiography. How did you find it then? A friend of mine helped me. I got the book number and found the shelf on which it was kept.
Sejal and Ravi have spoken about a single thing, place, or person several times in their conversation. The words library, book, librarian, catalogue, section, autobiography, friend, number, shelf are examples of singular nouns. Definition: a noun that tells us about only one thing, person, animal, or place is called a singular noun. Let us look at a few sentences. There is a blanket on the bed. I'm going to meet my teacher. Ritu went to office yesterday. In the first sentence, the things blanket and bed are singular nouns as they are only one in number. In the next sentence, teacher is singular noun as he or she is also one in number. In the third sentence, office is a singular noun as it is only one. Here is a list of some singular nouns: person, plumber, carpenter, professor, patient, supervisor. Place: house, clinic, hostel, restaurant, school. Animal: dog, elephant, wolf, snake, parrot. Thing: blade, pencil, train, star, sheet. Plural nouns.
Marisa, could you please lend me your science notes? Sure. Thanks. By the way, what is the geography project about? In the project, we have to show the phases of moon and make a model of any 3 mountain peaks. We could work on these projects together. I have many books about mountains. Yes, that would be great. Work becomes more interesting if you study with your friends. Yes, But will we have to make 2 models or one? I'm not sure. Different teachers have different rules. We can ask our teachers tomorrow before the summer holidays begin.
The girls speak about more than one thing, place, or person several times in their conversation. The word notes faces, peaks, projects, books, mountains, friends, models, teachers, rules, holidays are examples of plural nouns. Definition: a noun that tells us about more than one thing, person, animal, or place is called a plural noun. Let us look at a few sentences. There are many cars on the road. Many patients are waiting for the doctor. Hyderabad and Sikandrabad are twin cities. In the first sentence, cars is plural noun as they are more than one in number. In the next sentence, patients is plural noun as they are more than one in number. In the third sentence, cities is plural noun as they are more than one in number. Here is a list of some plural nouns. Person, plumbers, carpenters, professors, patients, supervisors. Place, houses, clinics, hostels, restaurants, schools. Animal, dogs, elephants, wolves, snakes, parrots. Thing, blades, pencils, trains, stars, sheets. Collective nouns.
Hi Riley, you know I went for a jungle safari last month. How did you go there? My whole family went in a fleet of cars. What did you see in the jungle? I saw a flock of rare birds on a tree and a pride of lions. As we went deeper into the jungle, I saw a pack of wolves feasting on a deer. I also saw a bunch of flowers and a swarm of honeybees surrounding it. You must have enjoyed a lot. Yes, in the evening there was a bonfire. A troupe of dancers and a choir of singers entertained us. Next time we'll go together. I hope we see a sloth of bears.
The girl and the boy have used collective nouns to speak about a group of things and animals using one word to categorize these groups. The words fleet, flock, pride, pack, bunch, swarm, troop, choir, sloth are examples of collective nouns. Definition: a noun that denotes an entire group of things, persons or animals is known as collective noun. Let us look at a few sentences. She has a wad of notes in her pocket. My favorite band of musicians will be performing in the auditorium tomorrow. There was an army of ants in my kitchen. In the first sentence, wad is collective noun as it tells us about a number of notes taken together. In the next sentence, band is collective noun as it tells us about a number of musicians performing together. In the third sentence, army is collective noun as it tells us about a number of ants collectively. Here is a list of some collective nouns. Person, class of students, board of directors, gang of thieves. Animal, litter of puppies, murder of crows, school of fish. Thing, pack of cards, pair of shoes, range of mountains. Masculine and feminine nouns.
My uncle and aunt are coming from London tomorrow. That's wonderful. You will have lots of fun. How many children do they have? They have a son and a daughter. So, your mother, father, sister, and brother all must be excited. They sure are. Even my grandfather and grandmother are coming from Agra. Hope you have a fantastic time. I will come to meet your relatives too. Please do come. You can also bring your little nephew and niece with you.
In the dialogues, the boys used different words to denote males and females. In the words uncle, aunt, son, daughter, mother, father, sister, brother, grandfather, grandmother, nephew, and niece are examples of masculine and feminine nouns. Definition: words that are used to denote all males both in humans and animals are known as masculine nouns. Words that are used to denote all females both in humans and animals are known as feminine nouns. Let us look at few sentences. A man and a woman were walking down the street. The bride and the bridegroom looked very happy. The lion and the lioness protected their cubs fiercely. In the first sentence, man is masculine noun as it represents a male, and a woman is feminine noun as it represents a female. In the next sentence, bride is feminine being female and bridegroom is masculine being male. In the third sentence, lion is male and so masculine noun while lioness is female and so feminine noun. Here is a list of some masculine and feminine nouns. Masculine: waiter, prince, stallion, buck. Feminine: waitress, princess, mare, doe. Pronouns:
Give me 4 pencils.
Do you want a sharpener and an eraser also?
Yes, you can give me an eraser. I want it for my friend. She doesn't have an eraser.
What else do you want to buy?
You can give me a chart paper and glue also. I don't want these for myself, but for my neighbors. They wanted both the things.
In the dialogues, the girl and the shopkeeper have used several words in the place of nouns. The words me, you, it, I, she, these, myself, they are examples of pronouns. Definition: a pronoun is a word which is used in place of a noun. Let us look at a few sentences. Richa saw Suman standing near the bus stop and waved cheerfully to call her. Anu met many people on the cruise and could not forget them for a long time. Udit's teacher asked him to explain the topic to the class. In the first sentence, her is a pronoun as it is used in the place of noun Suman. In the next sentence, them is a pronoun as it is used in the place of the noun people. In the third sentence, him is a proper noun as it is used in the place of noun Udit. Here is a list of some pronouns: this, these, that, those, mine, myself, his, himself, hers, herself, we, us, theirs, themselves. Personal pronouns:
Father, would you like to have a cup of coffee?
No. Please, give me a cup of tea.
I'm making an omelette. Should I make one for you too?
Yes. Please do. My friends are coming over to meet me. Can you make something for them too?
What would they like? Tea or coffee?
Please, make tea for all of us.
In the conversation, Father and Anu have used many words in place of a particular person or group of people. The words you, me, I, them, they, us are examples of personal pronouns. Definition: personal pronouns are words that take the place of a noun. That is, they are used in place of the name of any specific person, group of people, animal or thing. Let us look at few sentences. We requested Dinah to wait for us. Rishabh threw a ball and it went over my head. He is an excellent writer. In the first sentence, we and us are personal pronouns as both the words are used in place of a group of persons. In the next sentence, it is a personal pronoun as the word is used in the place of the noun ball. In the third sentence, he is a personal pronoun as the word is used for a specific person who is an excellent writer. Here is a list of some personal pronouns. Subject: I, you, he, she, it, we, they. Object: me, you, him, her, it, us, them. Reflexive pronouns. Aman, your room is so untidy. Who will clean it?
Mother, I will do it myself.
I will ask Suchi to help you. Will you help Aman clean his room, Suchi?
No, Mother, let him do it himself. After all, we should all do our own work ourselves.
You are right, Suchi. Both of you finish your work and come down to the kitchen. You can help yourselves to some cookies I have made. In the conversation, Mother, Shuchi and Aman have used some words which point back towards the subject of the sentence. The words myself, himself, ourselves, yourselves are example of reflexive pronouns. Definition: those pronouns that refer back to the subject in the sentence or the subject in the clause are called reflexive pronouns. In singular form, these pronouns end with self, and in the plural form, these words end with selves. Let us look at few sentences. Suman insisted that she would complete the project herself. They decided to rent a car themselves and go for a tour of the town. Can you go to the doctor yourself, or do you need someone to accompany you? In the first sentence, herself is a reflexive pronoun as it refers back to the subject, Suman. In the next sentence, themselves is a reflexive pronoun since it points back to the plural subject they. In the third sentence, yourself is a reflexive pronoun as it is referring back to the subject, you. Here is a list of some reflexive pronouns. Singular: myself, yourself, itself, himself, herself. Plural: ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Interrogative pronoun.
What is that in your bag? That is a football. Whose is it? It is Karan's. I think you are waiting for someone. Yes, I'm waiting for my friends. Who are they? Ashish and Karan are my friends. They are both late today. Whom can we ask when they will come? I will call Ashish.
In the conversation, Raman is asking Varun a number of questions using interrogative pronouns. The words what, whose, who, and whom are examples of interrogative pronouns. Definition: interrogative pronouns are words that are used to ask questions and refer to what the question is about. An interrogative pronoun takes the place of a noun in the sentence in which it is used. Let us look at few sentences. Which is bigger? Who is coming to school tomorrow? What do you want? In the first sentence, which is an interrogative pronoun since it stands in the place of a noun and is a question word. In the next sentence, who is an interrogative pronoun since it is asking a question and is taking the place of a noun. In the third sentence, what is used in place of a noun to ask a question and so in an interrogative pronoun. Here is a list of some interrogative pronouns. Frequently used: what, who, which, whom, whose. Rarely used: whoever, whomever, whichever, whatever, whatsoever, whosoever, and whomsoever. Demonstrative pronouns.
This is so beautiful. Yes, it is. The flowers have been painted so realistically. But I like that more. Which one? The one with the black horse painted on it. Yes, the eyes of the horse are so gentle. True. Come, let's go and have a closer look at those in that corner. Both the paintings are brilliant. I want to buy these immediately. They will be two spectacular additions to your painting collection.
In the conversation, the two girls have used certain words to point to a specific painting or paintings nearby or some distance away. The words this, that, those, and these are examples of some demonstrative pronouns. Definition: in a sentence, demonstrative pronouns take the place of a noun. They are used to refer to both a specific singular noun and specific plural nouns. They provide information of time and space, that is, whether the noun or nouns being referred to is or are near or far away in respect of time and space. There are only 4 demonstrative pronouns. Let us look at a few sentences. This has a beautiful smell. Those are very expensive. These are moving very slowly. That was wonderful. In the first sentence, this is a demonstrative pronoun since it is used in place of a noun and refers to something nearby. In the next sentence, those is used to refer to a noun far away and is a demonstrative pronoun. In the third sentence, these is a demonstrative pronoun and used for a noun close by. In the last sentence, that is a demonstrative pronoun used in place of a noun far away in time. Here is a list of some demonstrative pronouns. Singular: this, that. Plural: these, those. Nearby in time and space: this, these. Far away in time and space: that, those. Adjectives.
Happy anniversary, Ali. Thanks. Will you come with me to that big bakery to buy a beautiful and tasty cake for my 14th anniversary? Sure, that's a great place. I tried a few muffins there some time ago and they were delicious. Let's go then.
In the conversation, Ashley and Ali have used several words that describe and modify the adjectives. The words happy, that, big, beautiful, tasty, 14th, great, few, some, delicious are examples of adjectives. Definition: an adjective is a word that describes, point out, tells the quantity, number, possession or order of a noun or a pronoun. An adjective modifies a noun or adds something to its meaning. Let us look at a few sentences. Veena is a good friend. Those boys did not have any money. There are 100 rupees in my purse. In the first sentence, good is an adjective as it tells Veena's quality. In the next sentence, those and any are adjectives. Those points out which boys are meant and any shows the quantity of money they had. In the last sentence, 100 and my are adjectives. 100 tells how many rupees and my adds something to the noun purse by telling whom it belongs to. Here is a list of some adjectives. Quality, brave, decorative. Quantity, some, much. Number, 12, first. Demonstrative, this, these. Possessive, his, hers. Interrogative, whose, which. Adjective ending.
The roses are so beautiful. Yes, they look gorgeous. A bouquet of fabulous roses from the garden would make a delightful gift. Yes, it would be flawless and stunning. Wouldn't a garland made of these look amazing too? It surely will, but don't be careless in plucking them, as they have thorns.
In this conversation, the girls have used certain words for describing various items made from roses. These can be identified and grouped on the basis of their endings. The words beautiful, gorgeous, fabulous, delightful, flawless, stunning, amazing, careless are examples of adjectives that can be grouped according to their endings. Definition: adjectives are describing words, and different words can be used to describe a quality or different qualities. Many of these words can be grouped together on the basis of their endings. Let us look at a few sentences. Geeta is an exceptional swimmer. Amar felt that the target was achievable. There is a sensible solution to the problem. In the first sentence, exceptional belongs to the group of adjectives ending with al like sensational, external. In the next sentence, achievable belongs to the group of adjectives ending with able like remarkable, likeable. In the third sentence, sensible belongs to the group of adjectives ending with able like edible, gullible. Here is a list of some similar adjectives ending. Able, dependable, amiable. Some, handsome, loathsome. Ik, basic, terrific. If, sensitive, attractive. Lee, lovely, friendly. Kinds of adjectives.
This shop has beautiful showpieces. I want to buy some stuff for my drawing room. How many items do you want to buy? I will buy 4 pieces. What color are the walls of your drawing room? The color of the walls is pink.
In the conversation, Atul and Ritu have used different words to tell about the quality, quantity, number, possession about a specific or many objects. The words this, beautiful, some, my, many, for, what, your, pink are examples of different kinds of adjectives. Definition: adjective of quality speaks about the quality that a noun possesses. Adjective of quantity refers to how much a thing is taken into account. Adjective of number refers to how many of a thing is being spoken about or the order of a thing. Possessive adjective shows to whom a thing belongs. Demonstrative adjective points out to a specific thing or things. Interrogative adjective asks a question and is followed by a noun or pronoun. Let us look at few sentences. That bag has 4 oranges. The first boy in the line is my brother. I have to buy little sugar from the new shop. Which pen do you want? In the first sentence, that is demonstrative adjective since it points at noun bag, and 4 is adjective of number since it speaks about how many. In the next sentence, first is adjective of number since it tells the order in which the boy is standing, and my is possessive adjective since it shows possession. In the third sentence, little shows quantity and so is adjective of quantity, while new refers to a quality and so is adjective of quality. In the last sentence, which asks a question about the noun pen and is interrogative adjective. Here is a list of some different kinds of adjectives. Adjective of quality: large, foolish, ripe. Adjective of quantity: much, all, enough. Adjective of number: 5, several, third. Demonstrative adjective: these, those, such. Possessive adjective: his, her, their. Interrogative adjective: what, which, whose. Comparison of adjectives.
I want to buy an interesting book. I think this is good. I suggest you buy that. It is more interesting and better than the one you have chosen. I doubt that. My closest friend told me that this is the best book she has read and most interesting. I will also read it then.
In the conversation, Sherry and Justin have used various adjectives for comparing a book and other nouns, using different degrees of comparison. The words interesting, good, more interesting, better, closest, best, most interesting are examples of different kinds of comparisons in adjectives. Definition: adjectives are used to make comparisons. There are 3 kinds of comparisons, and adjectives change form accordingly. The positive degree. This speaks simply of the presence of a quality in a noun. The comparative degree. This is used to make comparisons between 2 nouns. The superlative degree. This speaks of the highest degree or best quality and compares more than two things. Let us look at a few sentences. Dinah is a smart girl. Mary is smarter than Dinah. Mary is the smartest of all. In the first sentence, smart is positive degree of comparisons since it refers to only the presence of the quality of being smart. In the next sentence, smarter is the comparative degree as it helps in comparing Mary and Dinah and stating that Mary has more quality of smartness than Dinah. In the third sentence, smartest is a superlative degree since it tells that Mary has the highest degree of quality of smartness. Here is a list of some comparisons in adjectives. Positive degree, tall, bad, beautiful. Comparative degree, taller, worse, more beautiful. Superlative degree, tallest, worst, most beautiful. Determiners.
This is the chocolate I wanted to buy. What is special about this chocolate? It has many nuts. Will you give me a piece to taste? Sure. This is good, but my chocolate is better. Which chocolate do you have? I have dark chocolate. I don't like that.
In the dialogues, Sam and Dolly have used words that give specific meaning to the nouns that follow and also give more details about them. The words the, this, many, a, my, which are examples of determiners. Definition. Determiners are placed before nouns to give specific meaning to the nouns. A determiner functions to provide particular details about the noun that follows it. Let us look at a few sentences. Harish wants to meet the owner of that house. I borrowed an umbrella from my friend. Whose book is this? In the first sentence, the and that are determiners, since they specify a particular person and point out a particular house. In the next sentence, an and my are determiners, since they give some information about the thing borrowed and also tell from whom it was specifically borrowed. In the third sentence, whose is it determiners, since it precedes a noun and asks something specifically about it. Here is a list of some determiners. Articles: a, an, the. Demonstrative: those, these. Possessive: their, your, his, her. Interrogative: what, which. Quantifiers: few, several. Articles:
It is raining. I need an umbrella.
take any of the umbrellas kept here.
Mother, please buy me a raincoat today. I get wet even after using the umbrella.
All right, Akshat. We will go to the market today and buy you a raincoat. In the dialogues, the boy and the mother have used words that give information about the nouns that follow and make it clear whether something general or specific is being mentioned. The words a, an, the are the examples of articles. Definition: an article precedes a noun in a sentence and tells us something about the noun, that is, whether the noun is something particular or not. Article a is used for something that is singular and not specific. It is used with consonants. Article an is also used with something that is singular and not specific, but can be used only with vowels. Article the is used with something that is definite and specific. It can be used with both singular and plural. It can be used with both vowels and consonants. Let us look at a few sentences. Zenith is going to the hospital. Gauri eats an apple every day in the morning. Beena has just bought a car for herself. In the first sentence, the is an article and it refers to a particular hospital. In the next sentence, an is an article and refers to any single apple. In the third sentence, a is an article and refers to a single car which is not specific. There are only 3 articles in English: a, an, the. Demonstrative determiners. Do you come for a walk every day in this park? No, I come here sometimes, and at other times I go to that park. Those girls come every morning for a walk. I don't enjoy walking in summers. Yes, these days are very hot for an enjoyable walk. In the dialogues, Meera and Nina have used words that give information about the nouns that follow by pointing specifically at them. The words this, that, those, these are examples of demonstrative determiners. Definition: demonstrative determiners precede a noun and point at it specifically. This and that point at a singular noun. These and those point at plural nouns. This and these refer to a noun or nouns nearby in time and space. That and those refer to a noun or nouns far away in time and space. Let us look at a few sentences. This house is very airy. Those children are making a lot of noise. That girl has stopped her class. In the first sentence, this is a demonstrative determiner as it points towards a particular house close by. In the next sentence, those is a demonstrative determiner as it points at few specific children playing some distance away. In the third sentence, that is a demonstrative determiner as it points at a specific girl who is not close by. There are only 4 demonstrative determiners in English: this, that, these, those. Interrogative determiners.
I have some good news for you. What news have you got? Mother and father have decided to gift you a car. Whose idea was it to gift me a car? It was my idea. Thanks. Which color is it? It is red.
In the dialogues, the girls have used words that ask questions about the nouns that follow. The words what, whose, which are examples of interrogative determiners. Definition: Interrogative determiners are placed before nouns and ask questions about the nouns that follow. There are only 3 interrogative determiners. Let us look at a few sentences. Which burger would you like to have? What options do we have? Whose purse is kept on the table? In the first sentence, which is an interrogative determiner, since it asks something about the noun burger that follows. In the next sentence, what is an interrogative determiner, since it precedes the noun options and asks a question about it. In the third sentence, whose is an interrogative determiner, since it is used before the noun purse and asks something specifically about it. Here is a list of interrogative determiners: whose, which, what. Possessive determiners.
Hey Donald, is that my notebook? Actually, no. This is my notebook. Your notebook is with someone in Gauri's group. Are you sure nobody from our group has it? Yes, I'm sure. I think someone from her group has taken it. I will go and ask them after their games class is over.
In the dialogues, Tasha and Donald have used words that give information about the nouns that follow in terms of possession. The words my, your, our, her, their are examples of possessive determiners. Definition: possessive determiners are placed before nouns to give specific meaning to the nouns regarding possession. Let us look at few sentences. Asha went to his house yesterday. Your sister is very beautiful. What is its color? In the first sentence, his is a possessive determiner since it shows possession of the house by someone specific. In the next sentence, your is a possessive determiner since it precedes a noun and shows possession. In the third sentence, its is a possessive determiner since it is followed by the noun color and gives information of possession about the noun. Here is a list of possessive determiners: my, your, her, his, its, our, their. Verbs and tenses.
I find maths very tough. I found it difficult last year, but this year the story is different. Who helped you with your maths? It was Nalin sir. He will help you too.
In the conversation, the boys have spoken about happenings at different times using different forms of verbs. Here are some examples of verbs showing different tenses. I find maths very tough. I found it difficult last year, but this year the story is different. Who helped you with your maths? It was Nalin sir. He will help you too. Definition: verbs are words that tells us what a person or thing does, what is done to a person or thing, and what a person or thing is. Verbs are words that tell something about a person or thing. It is by using the verb in its various forms that we are able to express the time of an event or action. This is called tense of that verb. Let us look at a few sentences. Harshita drinks milk in the morning. Jason was upset at his friend's behavior. The dance competition will be held tomorrow. In the first sentence, drinks is a verb since it tells us something about Harshita and it refers to present time. This verb is in present tense. In the next sentence, was is a verb as it tells us something Jason was and it refers to past time. This verb is in past tense. In the last sentence, will be held is a verb as it tells about something that will be done and it refers to future time. This verb is in future tense. Here are few examples of sentences with verbs in past, present and future tense. Geet was given an award for excellence in academics. Past. Subhash will never shift from Mumbai. Future. Honesty is the best policy. Present. Simple present tense.
I get up at 5 a.m. every day. I sleep late, so I wake up late too. I really love the sunrise. I go for a walk in the park. It keeps me fresh all through the day. Keats says, a thing of beauty is joy forever.
In the dialogues, the girls have used simple present tense to describe a habit, what generally happens, and to introduce a quotation. Here are examples of sentences with verbs in simple present tense. I get up at 5 a.m. every day. I sleep late, so I wake up late too. I really love the sunrise. I go for a walk in the park. It keeps me fresh all through the day. Keats says, a thing of beauty is joy forever. Definition. Simple present tense is used for habitual actions, general facts, what always or often happens, daily routine, to introduce a quote and to tell about a future event which is a part of a fixed schedule. Let us look at a few sentences. Lisa lives with her aunt. The train leaves at 6 p.m. The earth revolves around the sun. In the first sentence, the verb lives tells us what generally happens and is simple present tense. In the next sentence, the verb leaves is simple present tense as it tells about a future event which is part of a fixed timetable. In the third sentence, the verb revolves is again simple present tense since it expresses a general truth or a fact. Here are few more examples of use of simple present tense. I need vegetables and fruits from the market. She dances is, am, are.
This scene is so beautiful. I'm going for a swim. Will you join me? No, Rani is coming to the beach just now. Rest of the girls are playing beach ball. We will join them. Then we are invited for lunch at Rani's place.
In the dialogues, the girl and boy have used is, am, and are to describe something with ing verb to form present continuous tense and with the past participle to show passive. Here are examples of sentences with is, am, and are. The scene is so beautiful. I'm going for a swim. Rani is coming to the beach just now. Rest of the girls are playing beach ball. Then we are invited for lunch at Rani's place. Definition: is, am, and are used before adjectives, nouns, and pronouns as main verbs. As auxiliary verbs, they form passive voice with past participle and present continuous tense with ing verb. Is used with he, she, it, who, any name, any relationship, and all singular things. Am is used with I. Are is used with we, they, you, and all plural things. All three are used to denote present tense. Let us look at a few sentences. Shikha is sad because her father is sick. I'm trying to concentrate on the topic. Kids are pampered by all. They are enjoying the party. In the first sentence, is has been used after singular subject to describe something. In the next sentence, am has been used after I and with ing verb to form present continuous tense. In the third sentence, are has been used after plural subject and with past participle to show passive voice. In the last sentence, are has been used after plural subject and with ing verb to form present continuous tense. Here are few more examples of use of is, am, and are. I am surprised that she is talking to everyone. My mother is a doctor. The boys are scolded by the teacher every day for making noise. Present progressive tense.
I like the movie.
I'm enjoying it very much too. My sister is reading the book on which this movie is based these days.
Have you watched the movie earlier? No, I'm watching it for the first time.
In the dialogues, the girl and the boy have used present progressive tense to express something that is happening at the time of speaking and to speak about an action in process for some time. Here are examples of sentences with verbs in present progressive tense. I'm enjoying it very much too. My sister is reading the book on which this movie is based these days. I'm watching it for the first time. Definition: present progressive tense is used for an action that is going on at the time of speaking or is in process for some time. It also expresses an action that has already been scheduled to take place in the near future. Let us look at a few sentences. I'm learning yoga nowadays. Manish is inviting all his friends for a party tonight. The girls are playing hide and seek. In the first sentence, the verb am learning gives information about an action going on for some days and is present progressive tense. In the next sentence, the verb is inviting is present progressive tense as it tells about an action that has already been arranged to take place in the near future. In the third sentence, the verb are playing is again present progressive tense since it tells about an action going on at the time of speaking. Here are few more examples of use of present progressive tense. Our guests are arriving day after tomorrow. Daisy is cooking food for everyone in the family. Have and has.
Do you have an extra pencil? Yes. I have forgotten to bring my pencil box. I think my sister has taken my box today. Doesn't she have a pencil box? She has one.
In the dialogues, the girls have used have and has to show possession and to form perfect tenses. Here are examples of sentences with have and has. Do you have an extra pencil? I have forgotten to bring my pencil box. I think my sister has taken my box today. Doesn't she have a pencil box? She has one. Definition: have and has are used to show possession as main verbs and also denote eating. As auxiliary verbs, they are used with participles to form perfect tenses. Have is used with I, we, they, you, and all plurals. Has is used with he, she, it, who, any name, any relationship, and all singular nouns or pronouns. Both have and has denote present tense. Let us look at a few sentences. Lucy has a grand mansion. Harry has bought a new car. All the children have new bags for the new session. In the first sentence, has been used after a name to show possession. In the next sentence, has been used after a name and with past participle bought to form present perfect tense. In the last sentence, has been used with plural children to show possession. Here are few more examples of use of have and has. My father has many friends. They have gone to Shimla for vacations. Present perfect tense.
It has rained a lot since morning.
The roads have become so dirty.
At least the temperature has gone down.
I have not done my laundry due to the rain.
I have decided to do it tomorrow.
In the dialogues, the ladies have used present perfect tense to talk about something that began in the past, has continued up till the present moment, and its effects is felt strongly in the present moment. Here are examples of sentences with verbs in simple present tense. It has rained a lot since morning. The roads have become dirty. At least the temperature has gone down. I have not done my laundry due to the rain. I have decided to do it tomorrow. Definition: present perfect tense is used for an action just completed, an action that began at some time in the past and has continued till the present moment, and about past events with no specific time information. Let us look at a few sentences. Sunanda has left for the hospital just now. I have watched this movie. Lokesh and Danish have been friends since childhood. In the first sentence, the verb has left tells us that the action has been completed just now and is present perfect tense. In the next sentence, the verb have watched is present perfect tense as it tells about a past action without specific time information. In the third sentence, the verb have been is again present perfect tense since it tells about an action that began at some time in the past and has continued till present time. Here are few more examples of use of present perfect tense. I have finished all my work. Lavanya has made this delicious cake. Simple past tense.
I have stomachache. I went to the market yesterday There I ate some street food.
I advised you last time against eating street food.
The smell of the food tempted me uncontrollably.
In the dialogues, the girl and her doctor have used simple past tense to describe actions that happened in past time. Here are examples of sentences with verbs in simple past tense. I went to the market yesterday. There I ate some street food. I advised you last time against eating street food. The smell of the food tempted me uncontrollably. Definition. In simple past tense, the verb tells us about an action that was completed in the past. Simple past tense is used mostly when information of time is given. When time is not indicated, then it is implicit or made clear by the context. Past habits are also expressed by using this tense. Let us look at a few sentences. My friends lived in the house next door for 10 years. Om smoked regularly during college days. Alexander defeated Boris in the battle between the Greeks and the Indians. In the first sentence, the verb lived tells us what happened in the past for some time and is simple past tense. In the next sentence, the verb smoked is simple past tense as it tells about a past habit. In the third sentence, the verb defeated is again simple past tense since it speaks about an event that occurred in the past, its time being implicit. Here are few more examples of use of simple past tense. Left, ran, spoke, smiled, gave. Regular and irregular verbs. Aditi, what is the past tense of the verb call?
It is called.
Good. And what is its past participle?
It is again called.
That's right. Now tell me, what is the past tense of the verb drive?
It is drove.
And what is the past participle?
It is driven.
So the verb call has three forms: call, called, and called. It is a regular verb since its past tense and past participle are formed by adding ed to call. The verb drive also has three forms: drive, drove, driven. But it is an irregular verb since the past tense and past participle are not formed by adding ed but in some other way. Definition. If the past tense and the past participle of a verb are formed by adding ed, it is called a regular verb. But if the past tense and the past participle of a verb are formed in a manner apart from adding ed, it is called an irregular verb. Example for regular verb. Talk, base. Talked, past. Talked, past participle. Stop, base. Stopped, past. Stopped, past participle. Let us look at some rules for irregular verbs. All three forms are same. Example, hit base, hit past, hit past participle. Two of the three forms are same. Example, dig base, dug past, dug past participle. All three forms are different. Example, shake base, shook past, shaken past participle. Was and were.
I saw a huge rat as I was walking down the road. Once I came into our house last week We were also so afraid. I was scared too, but the children on the road were laughing at me. My mother used a rat trap and the rat was trapped.
In the dialogues, the girls have used was and were to describe something, with ing verb to form past continuous tense, and with the past participle to show passive voice. Here are examples of sentences with was and were. I saw a huge rat as I was walking down the road. We were also afraid. I was scared too, but the children on the road were laughing at me. My mother used a rat trap and the rat was trapped. Definition: was and were are used before adjectives, nouns and pronouns as main verbs. As auxiliary verbs, they form passive voice with past participle and past continuous with ing verb. Was is used with he, she, it, who, any name, any relationship, and all singular things. Were is used with I, we, they, you, and all plural things. Both are used to denote past tense. Let us look at a few sentences. Avantika was very happy yesterday because it was her birthday. Ratan fell down while he was playing football. The students were summoned by the principal. In the first sentence, was has been used after singular subject to describe a feeling and also before a noun. In the next sentence, was has been used after singular subject and with ing verb to form past continuous tense. In the third sentence, were has been used after plural subject and with past participle to show passive voice. Here are few more examples of use of was and were. I was amazed when I was placed first in class. My father was a teacher. Past progressive tense.
I was cycling last evening for 1 hour. I like cycling, but I can't do it for an hour. I did it for the very first time yesterday. It was tiring, but I stopped only because my father called.
In the dialogues, the girls have used past progressive tense to talk about an action that went on for some time in the past and also to talk about another action that happened when the first action was in process. Here are examples of sentences with verbs in past progressive tense. I was cycling last evening for 1 hour. It was tiring, but I stopped only because my father called. Definition: past progressive tense is used for an action in process for some time in the past and also for an action that was going on in past when another action happened. Let us look at a few sentences. They were studying together for the exams last evening. I was washing clothes when my friend knocked on the door. In the first sentence, the verb were studying gives information about an action that continued for some time in the past and is past progressive tense. In the next sentence, the verb was washing is past progressive tense as it tells about a past action that was in process when another action occurred. Here are few more examples of use of past progressive tense. I was making tea when my husband came from the office. Ritu was dancing while her brother was studying. Future tense.
I will come to your place tomorrow. My mother will call your mother today in the evening. My party will be incomplete without you. I need your promise that you will not miss it. I will attend the party for sure.
In the dialogues, the boys have used future tense to describe some actions that will take place in future time. Here are examples of sentences with verbs in future tense. I will come to your place tomorrow. My mother will call your mother today in the evening. My party will be incomplete without you. I need your promise that you will not miss it. I will attend the party for sure. Definition. In future tense, the verb tells us about an action that we believe will happen in the future or about a future fact, something that is bound to happen in the future. Let us look at few sentences. It will be Christmas next month. We will go to the party in the evening. Anu thinks Sarita will top the class. In the first sentence, the verb will be tells us a future fact and is future tense. In the next sentence, the verb will go is future tense as it tells tables out an action we believe we will take in future. In the third sentence, the verb will top is again future tense, since it expresses something Anu thinks will happen in future time. Here are few more examples of use of future tense. Gitika will find time for her favorite sport. Tulika will bring food for everyone. Can and could. I have lost my phone. Could you lend me your phone for a few minutes? Of course, I can give you my phone. Can I help you look for your phone? It can be in the washroom. Yes, how could I have forgotten it there? In the dialogues, the girls have used can and could to make a request, to ask for permission, to express a possibility, and to show ability both in present and past tense. Here are examples of sentences with can and could. Could you lend me your phone for a few minutes? Of course, I can give you my phone. Can I help you look for your phone? It can be in the washroom. How could I have forgotten it there? Definition. Can and could are modals and are used for requests, permission, ability, and possibility. Could is past form of can and is considered more polite and formal. It is also used in conditional sentences. Let us look at a few sentences. Sabha can dance like a professional ballerina. When I was in college, I could skate very well. Can you drop me to the bus stop? If we had some mangoes, I could make you some mango shake. In the first sentence, can has been used to show ability. In the next sentence, could has been used to show past ability. In the third sentence, can has been used for a request. In the last sentence, could has been used in a conditional sentence. Here are few more examples of use of can and could. It could have rained last night, but the sky cleared magically. Lauren can help you learn dance. May and might.
I may go to watch another movie tomorrow. May I come with you? You will have to ask your mother first. Will she allow you? I have done all my holiday homework, so she might allow me. I wish she would. May your wish come true.
In the dialogues, the girls have used may and might to ask for and grant permission, for possibility and to express a wish. Here are examples of sentences with may and might. I may go to watch another movie tomorrow. May I come with you? I have done all my holiday homework, so she might allow me. May your wish come true. Definition: may and might are modal auxiliaries. May is used for possibility and might for a weaker possibility. May is also used to grant and ask for permission and also to express a wish. Let us look at a few sentences. May I use your washroom? I might be late for the party. The interviewer may ask you some tough questions too. May your day be full of warmth and laughter. In the first sentence, may has been used to ask for permission. In the next sentence, might has been used for a weak possibility. In the third sentence, may has been used for a possibility. In the last sentence, may has been used for expressing a wish. Here are few more examples of use of may and might. You may study any subject you like. It might rain heavily tomorrow. May you always live happily. Do, does, and did.
Do you like to swim? I'm scared, but I do want to learn it. Did you learn to swim yourself? Yes, I did so myself. When do you do your homework? I do my homework as soon as I return from school. Does your sister also swim well? No, my sister does not like swimming.
In the dialogues, the girls have used do, does, and did to speak of performance of some action, for emphasis, to ask questions, and to form negatives, both in present and past tense. Here are examples of sentences with do, does, and did. Do you like to swim? But I do want to learn it. Did you learn to swim yourself? Yes, I did so myself. When do you do your homework? I do my homework as soon as I return from school. Does your sister also swim well? No, my sister does not like swimming. Definition: do, does, and did are used for expressing the performance of some action as main verb. As auxiliaries, these verbs are used to form negatives, to ask questions, and for emphasis. Do is used with I, we, they, you, and all plurals in present tense. Does is used with he, she, it, any name, any relationship, and all singular words in present tense. Did is used with I, we, they, you, he, she, it, any name or relationship, all singular words and all plurals in past tense. Let us look at a few sentences. Did you hear the announcement? Do come to the party. Karen does not know my number. In the first sentence, did has been used with the subject you to ask a question in simple past tense. In the next sentence, do has been used for emphasis. In the last sentence, does has been used with a name to form a negative in simple present tense. would and should.
You should go to the doctor at once. I would have gone yesterday, but some guests arrived. My brother should accompany me, but he refused. Would you come with me? Okay, I should be free around 11 a.m. tomorrow.
In the dialogues, the boys have used would and should to express suggestion or advice, obligation, request, probability, and the past forms of will. Here are examples of sentences with would and should. You should go to the doctor at once. I would have gone yesterday, but some guests arrived. My brother should accompany me, but he refused. Would you come with me? I should be free around 11 a.m. tomorrow. Definition: would and should are auxiliary verbs and past equivalents of will and shall. Would is used for permission and polite request, past habit, strong wish, and in conditionals. Should is used for obligation, advice, suggestion, expectation, and probability. Let us look at few sentences. I should be home by 10 p.m. You should not drink cold water in winters. When Ritu was in college, she would often bunk classes. If I was the richest person on earth, I would not work at all. In the first sentence, should has been used to express a probability. In the next sentence, should has been used to offer an advice. In the third sentence, would has been used for a past habit. In the last sentence, would has been used in a conditional sentence in respect to a hypothetical situation. Here are few more examples of use of would and should in sentences. I wish they would not make so much noise. We Subject-verb agreement. Children, we will practice English conversation today. You will all tell me something about yourself and your family.
I gets up at 6 a.m.
That is incorrect. We will use singular form of get verb with I. So the correct sentence is, I get up at 6 a.m.
My parents wake up at 5 a.m.
You are right. Here, parents are more than one, and with plural subject, we will use a plural verb, that is, wake. Definition: subject-verb agreement means that a subject must agree with its verb in number and person. A singular subject needs a singular verb. A plural subject needs a plural verb. I, we, you, and they take plural verb. He, she, it take singular verb. Let us look at some other rules of subject-verb agreement. Each, either, neither, everybody, anyone, anybody, nobody, someone, somebody, everyone, and no one are singular, so they need a singular verb. Each of the girls will get a gift. Collective nouns are taken as singular and needs a singular verb. The team is working hard to win the match. If two or more singular nouns or pronouns are joined by and they will need a plural verb, Rita and Suman are going to the market. Nouns with plural form but possessing singular meaning require singular verb. The news is shocking. Shivalik ranges. The mountains on the border of the Chandigarh and Panchkula have many attractions for tourists. One of the attraction is Chauki Dhane, Kasoli Ranges, huge lush green valley for another 100 kilometers ahead. As the journey continues, tourists will enjoy snowy mountains of Shivalik Ranges. Melt water from the snowy mountains flows through rivers which reaches up to Indian Ocean. Tourists enjoy Ridge and the Mall Road of Shimla. Adverbs. You have failed your maths exams miserably.
But I had worked very hard for the exam.
Can you understand whatever is taught in class easily?
In class, the teacher teaches excellently. I understand everything well. But when I write the exam, I forget everything totally.
The only solution to this constantly recurring problem is practicing rigorously every day.
Yes, ma'am. I will certainly do so.
In the dialogues, the principal and the girl have used words that tell us something about the verb, adjective, or adverb in the sentence. The words miserably, very, hard, easily, excellently, well, totally, constantly, rigorously, certainly are examples of adverbs. Definition. An adverb is a word that modifies a verb, adverb, or an adjective in a sentence. Let us look at few sentences. Girish is completely independent. Kea laughs loudly. Anshu runs extremely fast. In the first sentence, completely is an adverb, as it modifies the adjective independent. In the next sentence, loudly is an adverb, as it modifies the verb laughs. In the third sentence, extremely is an adverb, as it modifies the adverb fast. Here is a list of some adverbs. Smartly, brilliantly, very, quite, frequently, carefully. Our garden. At our house, we have a great urban garden. My husband usually wakes up at 7 a.m. every day. Sometimes he goes for a run, but usually he waters the garden. He never asks us to help him that early because we usually are getting ready for school. Our kids are seldom late for school and are often there pretty early. Sometimes it rains in the prepositions.
Rishabh, bring me the bag on the table. Okay. It is very heavy. It has some mangoes. A fruit seller was selling them near my school. I'm going to the market with my friend. Do you need anything from the market? Yes, please bring me a packet of chips.
In the dialogues, the boy and the girl have used words that tell us about the position of the noun or pronoun in front of which they are placed with another word in the sentence. The words on, inside, near, to, with, from, of are examples of prepositions. Definition. A preposition is a word that is positioned before a noun or a pronoun in a sentence and tells about its relation with another word in the sentence placed nearby. Let us look at a few sentences. The dog jumped over the railing. Tina kept the photographs under her pillow. The book has been written by my friend. In the first sentence, over is a preposition as it is positioned before the noun railing and tells its relationship with another noun, dog. In the next sentence, under is a preposition as it comes before the noun pillow and speaks about its relation with another nearby word in the sentence photographs. In the third sentence, by is a preposition as it tells the relation between the book and noun friend before which it is placed. Here is a list of some prepositions: above, below, into, beyond, at, since, for. Christine's cat was missing. Conjunctions.
I want to get a shirt and a skirt stitched.
When do you want to wear it?
I need it next week because it is my friend's birthday party.
I will try my best, but I have lots of work these days, so it may take a little longer to stitch your clothes.
Please, don't take very long. I will not be able to attend the party unless I have my new dress.
In the dialogues, the girl and the tailor have used words that join two words or sentences together. The words and, because, but, so, unless are examples of conjunctions. Definition. A conjunction is a word that joins together two words or sentences. Let us look at few sentences. Anil and Meenal are walking together. It was a beautiful day for a picnic, since there was no possibility of rain. You must complete your homework or the teacher will punish you. In the first sentence, and is a conjunction as it joins together two names. In the next sentence, since is a conjunction as it joins together two sentences. In the third sentence, or is a conjunction joining two sentences. Here is a list of some conjunctions: neither, nor, either, or, if, although, otherwise. I'm a teenager and my life is very stressful. I go to school and play sports and I play computer games with my friends. I hardly have time to relax. I do my homework, of course, but I don't read any extra books or newspapers for fun. I play the drums and I would like to join a band, but I don't have time to practice or rehearse. My schoolwork comes first and sports come second. Playing soccer is very important to me because it gives me energy. I'm always tired because I never get enough sleep. I usually stay up late because I have to finish homework or interjections.
Hello, how are you? Hi, I'm fine. I'm looking for a room to rent. Can you help me? Alas, I don't know many people in this colony. I will not be able to help you much. Oh, I was sure you would be able to help me. You can take help from Preeti. She knows everyone here. Wow, that is a superb idea.
In the dialogues, the boys have used words that express sudden feelings and emotions. The words hello, hi, alas, oh, wow are examples of interjections. Definition: an interjection is a word that expresses a sudden feeling or emotion like that of joy, sadness, disgust, amazement, anger, or excitement. An interjection is followed by an exclamation mark and has no grammatical relation with other words in the sentence. Let us look at a few sentences. Hooray! We have won the match. Ah, she's leaving the town tomorrow. Bravo! You have done very well in the test. In the first sentence, hooray is an interjection as it expresses the feeling of joy. In the next sentence, ah is an interjection as it expresses the feeling of sadness. In the third sentence, bravo is an interjection as it expresses emotions related to approval, praise, and encouragement. Here is a list of some interjections. Hush! Hey! Well done! Good gracious! Ha! Phew! Interjections. Please, do not interrupt the teacher. Wow! What a wonderful time we had at the mall. Hey! This is an awesome microwavable dinner. Wow! What a fabulous experience for students. Ah! So you have finally decided to go. Hush! What an incredibly rude thing to say. No, I can't take it anymore. Wow, you look great in those clear heels. Great, the police are coming. Ouch, the earth is shaking. Please, get out of here. Hey, I love this class. Please, stop that Chris Brown record. Hey, come, help me. Ah, I need more time. Sentence.
What did your teacher teach in class today? Sentences. Can you make a sentence using the word ball? Buy a ball, Renu. No, that sentence is not correct. The correct sentence is Renu buys a ball. Why? Words grouped together can be called a sentence only when they are placed in the right order, present a complete thought and make complete sense.
Definition. A group of words which makes complete sense is called a sentence. A sentence expresses a complete thought and is the basic unit of any language. Sentences in English make statements, ask questions, express requests or commands, suggestions and exclamations. Let us look at some rules of sentence formation in English. The first letter of any new sentence is always capital. She went to the doctor. The doctor was not in his clinic. There is always a punctuation mark at the end of a sentence. I'm going to school. A sentence has at least a subject and a verb. Rashmi laughed. Subject Rashmi. Verb laughed. Subject plus verb plus object is the basic word order in a sentence. He hit the ball. He subject. Hit verb. Object the ball. A sentence must present complete thought that can stand alone. She called the police. There must be subject-verb agreement in a sentence. Those children go to school by bus. Plural subject children takes the plural verb go. What is a sentence? Look at the animals in the zoo and tell me something about them.
I likes rabbits.
The correct sentence is I like rabbits.
Monkeys bananas.
That is not a complete sentence, since it does not make sense. A sentence must contain a verb. The correct sentence is monkeys are eating bananas. Definition: a group of words presenting a complete idea which makes complete sense is called a sentence. Let us look at some sentence structures. If a sentence has one statement presenting one complete idea, it is a simple sentence. The day was very hot. If a sentence has more than one statement presenting more than one thought and both the statements can stand alone as separate sentences, then the sentence is compound sentence. The day was very hot, so we cancelled our picnic. Here, the day was very hot and we cancelled our picnic can both stand alone, separately, as independent sentences, each one expressing a complete thought, joined together by conjunction so. If a sentence contains two statements, each presenting a different thought, but only one of these statements can stand alone separately as an independent sentence, it is called a complex sentence. If it is a hot day, we will cancel our picnic. Here, we will cancel our picnic presents a complete thought and can stand alone as a separate sentence. But the second thought, if it is a hot day, cannot stand separately as an independent sentence. Kinds of sentences.
What a beautiful picture. Which one do you mean? The one in which you can see the sunset. I can't recall. Please show me the photograph. I will show you later. Do it now.
In the dialogues, the girls have used different kinds of sentences to state something, make a request, issue a command, or make an exclamation of joy. The following sentences are examples of different kinds of sentences. Exclamatory, what a beautiful picture. Interrogative, which one do you mean? Declarative, the one in which you can see the sunset. I can't recall. I will show you later. Imperative, please show me the photograph. Do it now. Definition: a sentence that asserts something or makes a statement is called a declarative sentence. A sentence that issues a command or makes a request is called an imperative sentence. A sentence that puts up a question is called an interrogative sentence. A sentence that gives expression to a strong emotion or feeling is called an exclamatory sentence. Let us look at few sentences. The weather is lovely. How hot the day is. Please pass me the salt. Go out. Where are you going for shopping? The first sentence makes a statement and is declarative sentence. The next sentence makes an exclamation and is an exclamatory sentence. The third sentence makes a request and is an imperative sentence. The fourth sentence is also imperative as it issues an order. The last sentence is interrogative as it asks a question. Here are few more examples of four kinds of sentences. Declarative. Ritu is an intelligent girl. Imperative. Stop talking. Interrogative. How will you go home? Exclamatory. What a wonderful surprise! The imperative. Stop shouting immediately.
Ma'am, Rohan has taken my pencil box.
Rohan, give back the box at once.
Ma'am, I don't have the box.
Both of you get out of the class.
Please don't send me out of the class. It is not my mistake.
In the dialogues, the teacher and the boys have used sentences that makes a request and give commands. These are examples of such sentences. Stop shouting immediately. Rohan, give back the box at once. Both of you get out of the class. Please don't send me out of the class. Definition: a sentence that issues a command or makes a request or an entreaty is called an imperative sentence. Let us look at a few imperative sentences. Don't fight. Please help me wrap this gift. Have mercy on us. The first sentence is imperative because it issues a command. The second sentence makes a request and so is imperative. The last sentence is an entreaty and so an imperative sentence. Here are examples of some imperative sentences. Leave the room. Have some respect for elders. Please do come for my wedding. The subject and the object.
Someone is calling you.
I'm reading a book.
Someone is ringing the doorbell.
You open it.
I'm doing my homework.
Mother has opened the door. In the dialogues, the boys have used sentences that have a doer of the action happening and also a receiver of the action. These are examples of subject and object in the conversation. Someone, subject. You, object. I, subject. A book, object. Someone, subject. The doorbell, object. You, subject. It, object. I, subject. My homework, object. Mother, subject. The door, object. Definition: a noun or a pronoun performing the action in a sentence is called the subject of the sentence. The subject can be determined by asking who or what. A noun or a pronoun receiving the action performed by the subject in a sentence is referred to as the object of the sentence. The object is determined by questioning what the subject did or to whom and also for whom. Let us look at a few sentences. Simi picked up the bag. Jay warned him. Manu hit the ball. In the first sentence, Simi is the doer of the action and the subject while the bag received the action and is the object. The next sentence, Jay is the subject as he is the doer of the action and the object is him being the receiver of the action. In the third sentence, Manu is the subject since he performed the action and the ball is the object since it received the action. Here are some more examples of subject and object. Vicky was driving the car. Subject, Vicky. Object, the car. Kittu smiled at her friend. Subject, Kittu. Her friend, object. Vani is eating an ice cream. Subject, Vani. Object, an ice cream. Direct and indirect objects.
I want an ice cream. I will buy you an ice cream. I will take a chocolate cone. We will take one for Raghav also. I'm holding a book. You can carry it for him. I will hold it.
In the dialogues, the boys have used sentences in which there is a direct receiver of the action performed by the subject and also another person involved in the action. Here are some examples of sentences with direct objectives. I want an ice cream. I will take a chocolate cone. I'm holding a book. I will hold it. Here are some examples of sentences with both direct and indirect objects. I will buy you an ice cream. We will take one for Raghav also. You can carry it for him. Definition. A direct object is a direct receiver of the action performed by the subject in a sentence. It is the answer to the question what or whom. An indirect object does not receive the action of the subject directly but is involved in the action in some manner. It is the answer to the question to whom, for what. A sentence with an indirect object must also have a direct object. Let us look at a few sentences. Zenith caught the ball. Harmeet is buying a new dress for his sister. Purvi gifted a phone to Kamna. In the first sentence, the ball is the direct object since it is the direct receiver of the action performed by the subject Zenith. In the next sentence, a new dress is the direct object of the verb and his sister is the indirect object as it answers the question for whom. In the third sentence, a phone is the direct object as it answers the question what, and Kamna is the indirect object as it answers the question for whom. Here are few more examples of direct and indirect objects. Dheeraj won the race. Akash will write a letter to his teacher. Positive and negative sentences.
I'm going to visit Shimla during summer vacations. I'm not going anywhere in the holidays. My parents are busy. My grandparents live in Shimla. My grandparents don't live in another city. They live with us. You can come with me. I cannot come with you. My parents will not allow me.
In the dialogues, the girls have used several positive and negative sentences. These are examples of such sentences. Positive. I'm going to visit Shimla during summer vacations. My parents are busy. My grandparents live in Shimla. They live with us. You can come with me. Negative. I'm not going anywhere in the holidays. My grandparents don't live in another city. They live with us. I cannot come with you. My parents will not allow me. Definition. A positive sentence expresses something affirmative. It states something is so. A negative sentence expresses something negative. It speaks of something that is not so. To form a negative sentence, we need to use words like no one, nobody, no, never, not, none, shouldn't, wouldn't, couldn't, can't, isn't, won't, shan't. Let us look at few sentences. Lara is smiling. Raksha has bought a new dress. Madhav does not like to play badminton. Hetal cannot swim. The first sentence affirms that Lara is smiling and so is a positive sentence. The next sentence also affirms that Raksha has bought a new dress and so is a positive sentence. The third sentence uses does not to tell us something negative. It is a negative sentence. The last sentence is also negative since it expresses something negative by using cannot. Here are few more examples of positive and negative sentences. Positive. I exercise every day. Shireen pushed Daisy. Negative. I do not exercise every day. Shireen did not push Daisy.
Questions. Hello Anish, how are you? I am fine. We are meeting after a long time. Where are you working nowadays? I teach in a nearby school. Do you live here? Yes, I live in this colony. Which subject do you teach? I teach maths. Can you teach maths to my sister? Yes, I can. What time will suit you? 5 p.m. will be fine.
In the dialogues, the boys have used sentences that ask questions. These are examples of such sentences. How are you? Where are you working nowadays? Do you live here? Which subject do you teach? Can you teach maths to my sister? What time will suit you? Definition. Sentences are often used to ask something. Such sentences are called questions and have a question mark at the end. Sentences which put up questions are also called interrogative sentences. Let us look at few sentences. When will you go to office? Why did you not come for the party? Should I go to the doctor? The first sentence is a question as it asks something and has a question mark at the end. The next sentence also interrogates and ends with a question mark. So it is a question. The third sentence also is a question as it demands an answer and has a question mark at the end. Here are few more examples of questions. Do you like pizza? What are you doing? How do I solve? Punctuation.
Hi Uzma, what a wonderful surprise. When did you come to India? I came last week. I'm really happy to meet you. What are you doing in this general store? I came to buy some spices, milk, sugar, and a pack of biscuits. Do come to my house if you have time. My house is next to your cousin Mona's house. Thanks for the invitation. I will definitely come.
In the dialogues of the girls, there is proper pause and expression, and thus clarity is meaning due to various punctuation marks. Here are some examples of various punctuation marks used.
Hi Uzma, what a wonderful surprise!
Exclamation mark.
When did you come to India? What are you doing in this general store?
Question mark.
I came last week. I am really happy to meet you. Do come to my house if you have time. Thanks for the invitation. I will definitely come.
Period.
I came to buy some spices, milk, sugar, and a pack of biscuits.
Comma.
My house is next to your cousin Mona's house.
Apostrophe. Definition. Punctuation is used to ensure correct understanding and reading. These are marks made in written language for various purposes, that is, to show exclamation, to show inquiry, to denote the end of a sentence, to show ownership, to separate various items in a list, and so. In spoken language, they might be understood by expression and pauses introduced in speaking. Some punctuation marks in English are period, comma, quote marks, hyphen, apostrophe, exclamation, and question mark. Let us look at few sentences. James bought apples, oranges, bananas, plums, and pomegranates from the fruit seller. Wow, what a lovely dress! How do you go to school? This is Vimal's bag. In the first sentence, there is a short pause after apples, oranges, and bananas, represented by a comma, to segregate various items mentioned. There is also bigger pause at the end of the sentence, represented by a period mark, signifying the end of a statement. The next sentence presents an expression of surprise and joy denoted by an exclamation mark. The third sentence asks a question denoted by the question mark at the end of the sentence. The last sentence shows the bag belongs to Vimal, and for showing ownership, an apostrophe has been used after Vimal. Here are few more examples of punctuation. I gave toffees, chocolates, cakes and chips to the children. Who was calling me? Shashi's poem was beautifully written. Well done. Period.
Hello, Rakhi. What are you doing here? I'm waiting for my train. I'm going to Mumbai. I'm going to Mumbai too. The train is late by 3 hours. Let us go and pick something to eat. This station has a good cafeteria. We can go and sit there till the train arrives.
In the dialogues, the girl pauses after some sentences without an expression of question or exclamation. Here are some examples of sentences with period at the end. In speaking, period is significant by a big pause without any question or exclamation. I'm waiting for my train. I'm going to Mumbai. I'm going to Mumbai too. The train is late by 3 hours. Let us go and pick up something to eat. The station has a good cafeteria. We can go and sit there till the train arrives. Definition. The period is symbolized by a small point in written language. It denotes the end of a declarative statement or an imperative sentence. In spoken language, it is denoted by a big pause. The period is also called full stop and represents separation. It is the mark which separates two individual sentences. Let us look at a few sentences. Atul invited all his friends to his birthday party. The rain fell soon heavily. Open the door. The first sentence is a declarative sentence, so ends with period denoted in spoken English by a big pause. The next sentence, too, is declarative and ends with period. The third sentence is imperative and ends with period. Here are few more examples of the use of period. Sweetie studied hard for the exams. We must respect our elders. Comma.
Deepak, when will you return my book?
I will bring it tomorrow, but I have not finished reading it.
I'm going to Pune tomorrow. I will not be here on 19th, 20th, 21st and 22nd of this month.
I will return it to you on 23rd.
You know, irritated though I am, I find it difficult to be angry with you.
Sorry to irritate you.
In the dialogues, the girl and the boy have used punctuation marks to separate a list of dates or to give a pause in the sentence at the right place. Here are examples of sentences with commas. Deepak, when will you return my book? I will bring it tomorrow, but I have not finished reading it. I will not be here on 19th, 20th, 21st and 22nd of this month. You know, irritated though I am, I find it difficult to be angry with you. Definition. Comma is the shortest pause in the sentence. It is used to separate items in a list, to separate words joined by, and after an address to someone, to mark off two adverbial phrases, and so on. Let us look at a few sentences. Vinny, when will you complete your work? I have a sandwich in my lunchbox, but I want to eat cutlets. Joe has rabbits, squirrels, ducks, dogs, cows, and many other animals in her farm. Alice, angry as she was waiting to come forward and voice her opinion. In the first sentence, comma has been used to give a pause at the right place in the right sentence. In the next sentence, comma has been placed to separate two sentences joined by a coordinating conjunction. In the third sentence, commas have been placed to separate several things in a list. In the last sentence, commas have been placed to separate different parts of a sentence. Here are few more examples of use of comma in a sentence. I need vegetables and fruits, bread and butter, jam and marmalade from the market. Then, after a long time, the reply to my letter arrived. Exclamation point.
Oh, what a breathtaking view!
It is lovely, isn't it?
I have seen the hills for the first time. Majestic beauty.
Come, let us ride on a horse.
Wow, so thrilling.
I hope you're not scared.
Oh dear, indeed I am.
In the dialogues, the boy and the girl have used sentences expressing sudden surprise, joy, and fear. These sentences end in an exclamation point. Here are some examples of sentences with an exclamation points. Oh, what a breathtaking view! It is lovely. Majestic beauty. Wow, so thrilling. Oh dear, indeed I am. Definition. In written language, an exclamation point is used after sentences and phrases which give expression to a sudden emotion or feeling. This punctuation mark is placed after interjections. In spoken language, an expression of any kind of sudden emotion denotes an exclamatory sentence, and the presence of an exclamation mark at the end of an exclamatory sentence is mandatory. Let us look at few sentences. Ah, what terrible news! What a fantastic achievement! Goodness gracious, that's awful. The first sentence is an exclamation of sadness, and the sentence ends with an exclamation point. The next sentence too is exclamatory, expressing joy, and ends with an exclamation point. The third sentence is a sudden expression of surprise and disgust and ends with an exclamation point. Here are few more examples of the use of exclamation point. Well done! How annoying this is! Question mark.
Which cake should we order for Mom's birthday? I like the strawberry cake. Which one do you like? I prefer the chocolate cake. Should we ask the cost? Do you think we should ask Mom which flavor she prefers? We can do that. How big a cake do you want to buy? I think 2 kg will be fine.
In the dialogues, the girls have used sentences which ask questions and end in a question mark. Here are some examples of sentences with question marks. Which cake should we order for Mom's birthday? Which one do you like? Should we ask the cost? Do you think we should ask Mom which flavor she prefers? How big a cake do you want to buy? Definition. If a sentence asks questions or puts up an inquiry, the question mark is used at the end of the sentence. Interrogative sentences end with a question mark. Let us look at a few sentences. How was your trip? When will Dorothy go to England? Should we call the police? The first sentence asks a question and so ends in a question mark. The next sentence is also interrogative and has a question mark at the end. The last sentence too puts up an inquiry and ends with a question mark. Here are few more examples of sentences with question marks. Will you come for a movie with me? How much money do you want? Apostrophe. Add 2 5s and tell me the answer.
The answer is 10.
Write down the answer. Whose pencil is this?
This is Meera's pencil.
Give Meera her pencil. Where is your pencil?
I don't have a pencil. I haven't brought my pencil box today.
In the dialogues, Indu and Shanu have used a particular punctuation mark to show ownership, plural of numbers, and missing letters in a word. Here are examples of sentences showing use of apostrophe. Add 2 fives and tell me the answer. This is Meera's pencil. I don't have a pencil. I haven't brought my pencil box today. Definition: apostrophe is a punctuation mark used to denote an omission in a word, plural of figures, and to show ownership in nouns and pronouns. Let us look at a few sentences. We shouldn't trouble animals. Dot all the I's in the paragraph you have written. Ritika's house is very beautiful and grand. In the first sentence, apostrophe has been used to show omission of the letter O in should not when it is contracted to shouldn't. In the next sentence, apostrophe has been placed to show plural of letter I. In the last sentence, apostrophe has been placed after Ritika to show her ownership of the house. Here are few more examples of use of apostrophe in sentences. I don't know when Prabha will come. Kritika's mother